I'm Laura Karen Ingraham. On Saturday, fake news CNN held a town hall with Sesame Street to discuss racism. We here at Fox decided to do the same thing, but those lefty liberal Muppets said no. Which is why we're joined here today by a sock we found in the bottom of a hamper. And by hamper, I don't mean public broadcasting. Hello! And joining us live via satellite because of the Rona hoax, Judge Jeanine Pirro. Welcome. Your eardrums may say I'm yelling, but my eye makeup says bring me Snow White's heart. It's great to be here for Fox and Sock's Town Hall standing up for racism. No! That's not it. Standing with racists.
No! It's standing up against racism.
That doesn't sound right. It really doesn't, but let's move on. In combating racism, we really need to understand why it seems to be so prevalent in our country today.
400 years of slavery and a system of systemic racism.
I blame Barack the Fuhrer, Obama, and Greta Gerwig. You mean Greta Thunberg. Greta Gerwig's the director. That's who I mean. She got everyone all riled up with her 2019 adaptation of Little Women and the way it depicted slavery. That's a good point.
No, it is not.
The real reason for it is the hashtag Black Lives Matter. The last time I checked, all lives mattered. Hear, hear. It's getting so that in our PC cancel culture, I'm afraid of being called a bigot if I overly contour my face. Or dress in blackface on Halloween. I'm not a racist. Racists just agree with what I say. It's like how Judy Garland wasn't a homosexual, but homosexuals sure love Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
I honestly don't know where to start. Blackface is bad. Don't do it. And of course, all lives matter. But when you say all lives matter, you're saying everything is equal. And it isn't. You would never show up to a breast cancer event and say, all cancers matter. How dare you sit there and say all lives matter when 2 months ago you were willing to sacrifice grandmas for the sake of the economy? An unarmed African-American man was killed by a police officer.
A bad apple.
The full saying is a bad apple spoils the bunch. Well, a bad apple killed a man, while other good apples stood by doing nothing. Then more good apples lied on the autopsy result, creating a system of good apples protecting bad apples. It seems to me the apples have been spoiled.
Everyone's talking about George Floyd, but no one's talking about small business owner Floyd Lawson, whose Mayberry barbershop was looted by peaceful protesters.
Protesters protest, and looters loot. Don't confuse the two or use them interchangeably. And there are countless videos of protests turning violent when the peaceful protesters are pushed, shoved, hit, tear-gassed, and shot with rubber bullets.
Those weren't rubber bullets. They were using t-shirt cannons they use at concerts and giving the protesters mini t-shirts for Yorkie puppies. Why do you hate Yorkie puppies, Sock? What happened to your inner child?
That whole statement was gibberish!
He's just a never-Trumper. It's all a deep state cover-up to distract us from what's really going on. First it was coronavirus, now it's the racial protests, And it's all to get us to stop talking about Hillary's emails.